Hey, welcome to the Akashlytics deploy tool demo. So currently this is what the MVP looks like. And I wanted to take a little bit of time to record that video demo to show you guys what's gonna be possible in the short term, and give you guys a little taste of what's coming for Akash. Pretty exciting. So yeah, I'll just go over a simple deployment, try to deploy a WordPress without any errors. Sometimes the APIs are a little bit slow or something that we didn't think about, and the error happens and it just doesn't work. So hopefully it goes well. So alright, let's jump in. Start by creating a deployment. And yeah, there's a few prerequisites known in the documentation of Akash to create a deployment. We need to have 5 AKT for our escrow account and a valid certificate. I already created one, and I'll show you guys how to create one just after creating that deployment. So here it is. Second step is to choose a template. You can start with your own template, your own SDL file, or simply select one from the list. Shout out to Tom, I think, that had these shown for examples, and someone else from the community to create the WordPress SDL. So yeah, the current demo will be to deploy a WordPress, and we'll jump right in. Here we have the SDL file for the WordPress, and if you scroll down a little bit, you can see that there's a little bit of validation done that we can do to make sure that you provide the information for your own deployment, and we need to change that URL to point to your own domain name. And for now, I'll just write my own WordPress. I'm not gonna set up that domain name or subdomain. I'm just doing it for an example. So we'll create the deployment, and I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with that kind of UI with the Kepler wallet. Every transaction done to create a deployment is a transaction on chain, so it makes sense to have that kind of confirmation. So there it is. It takes a little bit of time to create it, validate the transaction in a new block on the blockchain. Just wait. Cool, it worked. So now the deployment is created on chain, and currently we're waiting for some bids. Here it is. Some providers automatically send some bids to accept our deployment and create a lease. So we can go ahead and select one of the providers. Eventually we'll show some more information about the providers, so it'll be more transparent to know who's gonna actually host our deployment. But currently we show the address. So yeah, that'll change in the future. As I said, it's MVP, so bear with me. And there we can accept the currently selected bid with provider. We'll approve, and yeah, this will create the lease as mentioned here and send the manifest once the lease is created. Hopefully it'll work. Sometimes there's little glitches, the APIs is slow or something like this. Crossing my fingers. Great. So there it is. We just deployed a WordPress. And as you can see, this is the lease status. Currently they're not available. Usually it takes a little bit of time for the providers to get the lease. If we click on refresh here, you can see it successfully deployed both the database in the SDL file and the WordPress. And here we have our URLs to access the currently deployed, and some information that will probably change the UI UX here. Currently it's still an MVP, so but yeah, so if we click on the URL, show you guys, this is normal. Usually it takes a little bit of time to actually for the providers to download the manifest and start the instance. So I guess I'll wait. We can wait a little bit to see that it actually worked. Bear with me. Usually it takes like a couple of minutes. I think it's working. Boom. So the rest, I guess I'm not gonna set up a WordPress, but you can follow the instructions to install WordPress and set up the template or your personal website. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the demo. It's pretty exciting, I think, to be able to deploy a WordPress with a couple of clicks and AKT. You don't have to set up your credit card or anything related to your personal information to deploy a website like we usually do with any cloud provider. So I'm really excited about this. So I hope you liked it. Oh yeah, I wanted to show how to create a certificate. So we'll go ahead and close that deployment. Again, it's another transaction. There we go. We get back our AKT that we provided to the escrow account, and so yeah, we'll like it's shown here. The certificate is created. We can revoke it. Another transaction. Success or not. Sometimes, like I said, it takes a little bit of time to process the transaction on the blockchain or the API to get the actual confirmation. There it is. So the certificate was revoked on chain and we cleared it locally. So we can now create a new one. You have to enter your password, create a certificate. And there you go. Again, takes some time to actually get the certificate. We'll improve this. make sure everything is stable before releasing the actual version or releasing it to the community. So hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and give me some feedback if you want to contribute to it. At the end of the hackathon, we will put this open source so that it's more transparent and you guys can view the code and improve it, stuff like this. So see you.